Hi, I'm Jen from Acadian Accounting Education, and today we are going to practice customizing a sales form. So if you would like to grab a copy of the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description, and let's get started. All right, let's get customizing. Now, this exercise is being pulled from our Level 1 ProAdvisor certification course, which if you would like more information about that course after we go through the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description. Let's dive in and read through today's scenario. Craig just learned that he can customize the look of his invoices. He's super excited because he thought he had to use what QBO gave him. Follow the instructions below to help Craig make changes and appear more professional. Now, you'll need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you are not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link in the description. I have the sample company here on the left side of my screen. Once you sign in, this is what it's going to look like. This is the dashboard. So let's go ahead and get started with the exercise. To start customizing those forms, you need to click on the gear icon and then click on custom form styles. So the gear icon is on the top right corner of the screen. Click on that. And then under your company is custom form styles. Now we are going to edit the current default standard form. So go ahead and click on this edit. Now, if you wanted to create styles for individual types of sales forms, you would click on this new style button. We're not going to do it for this exercise, so let's just edit what is currently here as the default. So click on edit. And when you do, you will see this preview window over here on the right-hand side, and then over here on the left-hand side is where we can make all the adjustments. So this is what it currently looks like for Craig, but let's go ahead and freshen up the overall look of his invoices. We're going to click on Change Up the Template, so go ahead and click on that. He would like it to have the fresh look, so click on that fresh. And you will notice that as soon as you do that, that the demo invoice over here on the right side of the screen changes after selecting that new template. And you'll see that as you continue to make edits over here, as we go through the exercise, just keep watching how that changes over here on the right side of the screen so that you can see how it changes or how it will look and how Craig is going to have it at the end. Next, let's go ahead and change the color scheme to a dark green. So click on splash on some color. It may say try other colors on yours. If it does, go ahead and click on that. Sometimes the sample company is changing their wording around. So whichever one it is, go ahead and click on it and then click on this dark green right here. And you'll see this being updated here on the right side. Now that we've changed what the invoices look like, let's go ahead and change what appears on them. So we're going to click on that content tab that is in the center here. And now we can go ahead and add a couple things here. Craig would like to add the website to the header. So we want to click on the pencil icon up here. You'll notice that there's 1, 2, 3 different sections here. So we are going to focus on this top one right here. Go ahead and click on that pencil icon. We are going to click on this plus website so that we can have that added. And then you need to click on the checkbox next to website to make sure it will be added. And then in the website field, we're going to type www.craigslandscaping.com. I am just going to highlight over that text and copy it and then just paste it into that box right there. You'll see that it has updated here on the preview invoice. Next, let's go ahead and make the column titles a little bit better than what they are right now. Currently, they say activity and activity. So let's go ahead and edit that. Click on the pencil icon in the middle third of that demo, in the demo invoice. And then we're going to click on edit labels and widths. So go ahead and do that. And then, as I mentioned, right now it currently says activity and activity, which doesn't make a ton of sense. So let's go ahead and update those headers over on this side to make sense. So in the item field, we are going to, excuse me, in the product service field, we're going to type item. So highlight and delete that activity and type item. And then in the description field, we want to type description. So go ahead and do that. And once again, that has now made the adjustments here on this preview. And finally, we are going to edit the email that accompanies the invoice when it is sent out. So we're going to click on the emails tab right here. Now, Craig would like to include the full details of the invoice in the email. So we want to click on the button next to full details. Currently, it is summarized. So if you scroll through here, you can kind of see what that looks like, and then go ahead and change it to full details. Scroll through that preview again, and now you can see all the information that would be on that invoice is now showing in the body of the email. Now, because he's going to be including this, we don't necessarily need to have the PDF attached to it as well. So we're going to uncheck the box next to that. Go ahead and click on that right there. And just as a note here, this setting can also be changed under the gear icon in Account and Settings on the Sales tab in the Online Delivery section. So just know that you can make these kind of adjustments in other places, but since we are customizing the invoice, it just makes sense to just do it right here. All right, so our last change is going to be at the end of the emails with Craig's name. We're going to put his name, excuse me, rather than the company name. So if you scroll to here, this message to customer, hopefully you can see it, and my video screen isn't totally covering it, but we want to delete the part that has Craig's landscaping or design and landscaping services and just have it say Craig. It just feels a little more personal. Again, this setting can also be changed under the gear icon and accountant settings on the sales tab in the messages section. So we have finished now updating this. So now we can just go ahead and click on the green done button. That is on the bottom right corner. And now that has been saved. Now, as an option here to see what it actually looks like, let's go ahead and test it out. We're going to create a new invoice. So let's go ahead and do that by clicking on the plus new button. And then under customers, select invoice. Now, in order to preview what the invoice is going to look like, we need to actually select a customer here. So click the down arrow and go ahead and select Amy's Bird Sanctuary. A bunch of information is going to pop up here. We are going to add something here by just clicking on the add. This is something that billable time that just needed to be added to an invoice to be sent to Amy at some point. So just go ahead and add it so that you can see what the invoice looks like. Go ahead and click on print or preview on the bottom, and then click it once again. And once you do, you can see now what the invoice is going to look like. You can scroll in a little bit. You can see there is that email, or excuse me, that website address that is right there. You can see that that item and description now is showing there, and it makes a lot more sense. So yeah, so this is what it would look like, and this is how you could preview it, and that's how you customize the invoice. Now, if you like this exercise and you'd like to do more like it, or you would like more information about that Level 1 ProAdvisor certification course, be sure to click on the link in the description, and I will see you next time.